Dr. Judy Malone, and she will deliver the land acknowledgement.
Thank you so much, Simon, and everyone who's joining us today. The Psychologists Association of Alberta respectfully acknowledges that Alberta is located on the territories of Treaties 6, 7, and 8. These lands are traditional meeting grounds and traveling routes for diverse Indigenous peoples, including the Cree, Métis, Dene, Stoney Nakoda Sioux, Blood, Blackfoot Confederacy Nations, the Métis Nation of Alberta, and many others whose histories, languages, and cultures continue to influence our vibrant communities and whose footsteps have marked these lands for centuries. While we acknowledge that stating this land acknowledgement is only one small step, the PAA is dedicated to ensuring that the spirit of Treaties 6, 7, and 8 are honored and are respected. I now want to introduce Nikki M. Wilson, the PAA president, one of your volunteer leaders.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'd like to welcome you to our 2021 PAA Annual General Meeting. We are so pleased to have so many members participating in today's meeting, and we just want to thank you very much. I'll pass that back on to Judy. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nikki. So I'm your CEO for the Psychologists Association of Alberta, and this is a really interesting time to be in that kind of role. Our profession is evolving, tackling essential issues and meeting the needs of Albertans in really significant ways. We're doing that together. This annual meeting is our opportunity as the staff, as the volunteer leaders, as the members of the PAA to share with you in our accomplishments of the last year and our direction moving forward. This year marks a special occasion. This is our 25th anniversary as an autonomous association. So we really are celebrating a milestone this year. If you are on social media, please do join in with hashtag PAA25 and share with us how you're joining what really is a hallmark annual general meeting in many different ways. So I'm going to call back your PAA board president, Nikki Wilson, who will kick off our annual general meeting with the president's report.
All right, good afternoon, PAA members again. So my name is Nikki Wilson. I'm the president of the PAA. And first, I'd like to take a moment to introduce you to all of our PAA Board of Directors, please. Claire Peterson is your vice president. Heather Gower is our board custodian, my apologies. Tamara Stewart is your treasurer. Dr. Sandra Diction is the representative for early career psychologists. April Salciano is our representative for provisional members. And Vanessa Ciso is the representative for student members. And of course, we can't forget our members at large, Dr. Sally McLean, Tamara Austin, and Dr. Jackie Linder. Now, this fiscal year, we also said farewell to David St. Arnaud, our treasurer, who was with us for 4 years and who did a wonderful job, and we were very grateful for his time and support that he contributed, as well as Chelsea Hobbs, who was our student representative for 3 years. We also want to thank her very much for her dedication and support to the PAA. So we continue to face unprecedented times. I don't need to tell you that. But we want to thank Judy, who is our CEO, and her team for all of her leadership and dedication throughout this time. We also want to thank all of our membership for standing by us and maintaining your membership. We are really pleased to be able to continue to support you, and we are so proud to be able to stand by all of you during this pandemic. Please reach out if any of you need anything. Our association is here to support you. I am going to pass this back on now to Judy for the CEO report. Thank you.
Thanks, Nikki. And I do really get to do some of the fun stuff, so I want to have another poll first. So before my report, here's another chance for you to win a gift card. The question is, what is PAA's new networking platform called? Join us, collaborate, symposium, or work. So take a minute to submit your response. Simon's carefully tracking those, and we're delighted to mail you out an award. Super, here comes that final countdown. And the correct answer is collaborate. We're really excited to have launched that, and really we're checking with our peers across North America. It takes 6 months to a year for that to build up, like for the California Professional Association. And our members are ahead of the curve, as always. So on to the CEO report. Membership, your membership, and engagement, your engagement in your professional association really have made a difference. I have such pride and confidence in PAA and our ability to impact the psychological health and wellness of all Albertans. This report is one of reflection on our April 2020 to our April 2021 year, growing and thriving together through the pandemic and celebrating successes in our targets to advocate for psychology's unique value, promote the psychological health of all Albertans, enhance the development of psychologists across the career lifespan, focus on PAA membership value, and to ensure financial sustainability. And we have demonstrated leadership through the pandemic thanks to the hard work of your really innovative board members. We literally are just walking out of a board meeting again this morning. They are really always taking on those leadership roles. And so are your key contributors. Those are those of you joining us who are leading with psychological science. Those of you who are part of our very solid volunteer base. And of course, all of you who are members. Our record membership levels have supported a strong and resilient voice for psychology in Alberta. I, for one, love a great narrative. So I'm delighted to share this brief video overview of our 2020 to 2021 year. Pretty impressive feats, really. I'm just so impressed with the last year, especially under the demanding circumstances, and psychologists have risen to the challenge. This year, we shifted our yearly goals. So they were innovation to foster leadership and adaptability for access and connectivity, ensuring a robust infrastructure of HR and technology, and diversifying revenue growth while investing in sustainable growth opportunities. Now this year, our program goal is innovation to foster leadership and adaptability for access and connectivity. Our infrastructure goal is really that ensuring that robust infrastructure. So that's people, our human resources and our technology. And of course, our diversifying our revenue. You know, and as an aside, we continue to add really tailored affinity benefits. These are really to meet your needs as members, such as telepsychology support with Doxy.me, life support, therapeutic apps like Go Get Fit, Greenspace, Therapex, and of course, extended health and dental coverage from TD Insurance. So really thinking about specifically benefits that are tailored to you, our members. This year, we embrace a visionary new strategic plan that balances advancing our profession with our social commitment to the psychological health of all Albertans. We live to our core values of access and inclusion, leadership, collaboration, and psychological health. I also want to give a few sneak peeks into the upcoming year. So we have launched communities of practice and are delighted to have over 500 very active members in 10 communities and 6 career stage groups. So Simon, if you could play that video. So if you're a member of the Federal Association, you know it's called sections. And with the APA, they're called divisions. And for us, they're called communities. So we really encourage you to get involved and lead. This is cutting edge development. So you get to be a part of that. Our continuing professional development, you'll also notice, has some new balance. Rather than attempting hybrid events with high costs and really mixed reviews, we're offering in-person workshops in several locations, but a particularly robust lineup of webinars. Everything from short 1-hour primers all the way through to a complete workshop series of 6 hours in one day or spread across time. We want to give that range of learning opportunities to meet your needs while still ensuring that they're very high quality accredited learning. And we're very excited that our professional ethics roundtables are launching next month. So Simon, if you could please play that overview for us. So those of you who knew me from when I was an academic, my area is professional ethics and rural practice. So I'm just really delighted with this launch next month. I hope to see many of you in those round tables. One more video as part of my presentation. It's our referral service. We want to do some great work to really update that technology online, but the demand continues to grow in advance of us even getting to that. So one more video, please, Simon. Thanks so much. There's some great shorts. We really have a very dynamic team here that works very closely together. Your PA staff team, colleagues who serve as key contributors to leadership and in volunteerism, and your peers who choose membership voluntary in their professional association, all together prove that collectively we can make a significant difference. Thank you for your own passion for making the world a better place. Even small acts can have really large impacts. And join me in thanking your volunteer leaders. We are delighted that over 100 people have registered for this annual general meeting. And we know from past experience, once it's up on YouTube, many more will watch and share that with us. So just a few very quick points to recap. We want you to be engaged. Input your key questions and comments into the Q&A box. Chat with your peers in the chat box. We want to see you. If you're active on social media, please use our hashtag ValuePsych and PAA25, and even share an image of how you're joining us today or where you're joining from. and continue to compete to win prizes. Remember to answer those quiz questions. The polls appear throughout the AGM, and people having the rightest or most correct answers could be selected for a gift card. Always great fun. And as you know, we're very fond of our research posters to our annual event. This year we have 8. Such an amazing showing. So we have that online poster contest, launches today. Go to YouTube and look forward to the election ballot. Vote for this year's winner. It's just an excellent, excellent opportunity to showcase some of that science-based practice and examination right here in Alberta. So now we're going to carry on to the PAA's Treasurer's Report, brought to you by your Treasurer, Tamara Stewart. Tamara.
Hi, everyone. I'm Tamara Stewart, your treasurer as of May 2021. Firstly, I want to thank Dr. Davis Arnaud for carrying the role of treasurer extremely diligently before me and giving me very big shoes to fill. I would also like to thank Joanna Luong for all of her help and support for helping navigate my way through this new role. I'm pleased to report to the PAA membership on the financial status of the association for the 2020-2021 fiscal year. The audited financial statements indicate that PAA is in a very healthy financial position as we finish the year with a surplus of funds. Increased membership and workshop revenue and a reduction of expenses were the main contributing factors that resulted in the surplus. Workshops were delivered virtually due to the COVID-19 pandemic, which resulted in a reduction of expenses and increased attendance. In addition, the majority of CEO and board meetings were also held online, which also resulted in a significant reduction in travel and board expenses. Despite the challenges faced over the last year with the pandemic, PAA successfully achieved our goal of minimizing financial impacts on the association and maintained a healthy reserve of liquid assets. I'm confident that PAA will continue to remain in a stable financial position over the next fiscal year, and as the PAA staff and board are dedicated to ensuring the financial stability of the association for the benefit of our members. In accordance with our bylaws, BDO Canada LPP served as the auditor. The full financial statements are available by request, so for more information, contact the PAA office, and I believe the annual report is also in the chat there for anyone who wants to access that. Thank you to all the PAA staff, board members, and key contributors for your ongoing work and dedication. With that, I would now like to move on to appoint the new auditing firm. I, Tamara Stewart, Treasurer of the PAA Board, make a motion to appoint Mayon and Associates to prepare an independent financial report for the 2021-2022 fiscal year. So if any questions arise, we encourage you to email your questions to the PAA office so we can ensure that we respond in detail.
Thank you so much, Tamara. Simon, do we have a result yet for the election to appoint the new auditor? Excellent. Thank you so much, everyone. And thank you, Tamara. So another opportunity for a more fun kind of poll. It's your last chance to win a gift card. Please do answer. This time we're wondering, which of the following is PAA's core purpose? To regulate psychologists, ensure proper licensing, offer professional guidance, or advocate on behalf of the profession? And for those of you who have already voted, we have a lot of fun. We have summer students and volunteers, and we get them to work with us to design the polls and all kinds of great resources for our volunteers and members. And so our core purpose, to advocate on behalf of the profession by, with, and for our members and for all Albertans. So now for your PAA Board Vice President, I want to call on another of your courageous volunteer leaders, Claire Peterson.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Claire Peterson, and I am the Vice President of the PAA Board of Directors. Right now, the membership of PAA is going to vote to approve amendments to PAA's bylaws as outlined in the special resolutions. This year, we have 3 bylaw changes to vote on. According to PAA Bylaw 17.0, bylaws may be altered by special resolution approved by the membership. The special resolutions were posted on PAA's website and sent to the membership through email mid-July 2021. To confirm, we have reached quorum as outlined in PAA Bylaw 7.2.1. Voting will be done by Zoom poll this year as directed by me as the chair of the meeting, as specified in PAA Bylaw 7.1.1. A majority vote is needed to approve the special resolutions as outlined in PAA Bylaw 7.3.1. There are 3 special resolutions to vote on today. I will make a motion to accept all 3 special resolutions as presented. If that motion passes, this portion of the meeting will conclude. Please bear with me as I go through each of these bylaws. So I will now call for a vote by Zoom poll to approve the first special resolution. The following 3 changes be made in policies and bylaws to update the roles and terms of the PAA Board Executive Committee. 1, that the PAA Vice President role change to President-elect. 2, preference will be given to board members who have served 1 year on the Board of Directors prior to running for an executive position. And 3, that an additional position of past president be added to the executive committee. Simon, will we see the results in between, or would you like me to go ahead with the second one? Perfect. Thank you. So that motion has passed. Okay. The special resolution will change the wording of bylaws 3.10, 7.2.2, 10.3.1, 10.4.1b, 10.4.2, 11.2.1, and add a new section 10.4.4 that clarifies the duties of past president as serves as an officer of the Board of Directors, oversees PAA board evaluation and self-evaluation processes, carries out other duties as assigned by the board, and all of those were outlined on the screen. So thank you, Simon. We'll move on to the second special resolution. I will now call for a vote by Zoom poll to approve the motion that PAA adopt modern parliamentary procedures rather than Robert's Rules of Order and initiate the required policy changes if that bylaw passes. So this will affect bylaw 15.0, Rules of Order. Except where otherwise specifically provided in these bylaws, the current edition of Kesey's modern parliamentary procedures shall govern all procedural matters at all meetings of the association, the board, the executive committee, and all committees and task forces. Great, thank you, Simon. And finally, the last special resolution requiring approval, that PAA discontinue discrete committees and rather establish a set of up to 10 discrete communities of practice, each of which have an executive committee. The PAA policy manual references to committees will be updated accordingly. The exception would be board committees. This will affect bylaws 7.1.5, 7.1.5.1, 7.2.3, 10.3, 10.3.1a, 11.3, 11.3.1, 11.3.2, 11.3.3, and 11.3.4 as outlined on the screen. Okay, and that has passed as well. Thank you again, Simon. So that's it for me. Thanks again for joining us today and participating in this important vote. I would now like to call back up Nikki Wilson, our PAA president, to provide some closing remarks.
Thank you, Claire. So thank you very much to all of our speakers and to each of you who have joined us today. We continue to collaborate to improve the health and outcomes for all Albertans, and we will continue to challenge ourselves as an association and our profession and work towards having our communities become models of caring, healthy society. As for everybody else, we wish you well, and I will pass you on to Judy. Thank you.
Yeah, and thank you all for joining us today, for your commitment to your profession and to your own personal and professional growth. It's interesting, we were in board meetings all morning this morning, and next week we were so excited to be coming together live and in person for the awards and welcome to the profession. And now that's going to be live event on YouTube next Friday. It's not an easy decision. There was a lot of back and forth over the last couple of weeks, the last week in particular. And then your volunteer leaders had really robust discussion and consideration of all possible issues this morning. So the fact that you're here in the annual general meeting, you just get to hear about it before the notices even go out this afternoon and early next week. But we really are hopeful that you'll join us. Next Friday, we have the College of Alberta Psychologists annual meeting and the professional development event that will really target pain management and psychology's role. Then there's a little break, and then you can come to our YouTube channel to watch live and help us to really celebrate our exemplars, the award winners, and our future leaders, our newly registered psychologists in this province. So join us next Friday in that celebration. What we're going to do right before our Q&A section, and it's really nice, we've got some extra time for some good Q&A and discussion. But first, I want to play that video about our PAA award winners, give you a little bit of a taste of what to expect next Friday afternoon. Adds to a little bit of the excitement. So we do also have your board executive here. So we don't have question and answers in that Q&A box right now, but don't hesitate to do so. And in this Zoom world and with psychologists amongst others who are really leading the evidence-based practice, we're learning things like a lot of Zoom time is not necessarily a good thing. And so if you have questions and answers, we want to answer them with you, have that discussion here today. And if you don't, we want to give you back that extra 20 minutes of your life that you might have had planned for today. And again, this will be posted if you've missed it, if you want to review in more detail. But I really want to underscore on behalf of the staff team that works for you, our members, don't hesitate, email us, give us a call. We love when you point out resources and issues and help us to stay more informed. With 3,400 people, we can really stay on top of things, but we also really do like to answer your questions and share information and clarify things that are happening. While we wait just to see if there are any Q&As, Nikki, any final words from you or from Claire or Tamara?
I just want to thank everybody once again for coming out and supporting the PAA. Thank you.
I would echo that sentiment again. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. And we look forward to seeing virtually many of you next week.
Yes, thank you everyone for attending, and it will be exciting to see everyone at our virtual events.
Have a wonderful weekend, everyone.